So I just want to make another quick video today, talking about a bunch of stuff that's on my mind, and I actually had to write down some of it on paper because there's just so much that's going on. So let me just get inside to a place I can sit down, and I'll keep recording. So as you can see, I'm still rocking the 2 Minute Truck shirt, not because I still work there. I haven't worked there in years, but honestly, the quality of this material is just awesome. This shirt is, I don't know how many years old. It hasn't ripped. It's great with sweat. Definitely recommend it. I have to make my own brand, my own shirt with this style later on. Okay, so previously I made a video about the calm before the storm, and this is the calm before the storm, because like so many things have happened. It's partially things have been happening, and also partially the things that I have been searching and reading and paying attention to on Facebook has rewrote the algorithm to reinforce those same things to my attention. It's all attention seeking algorithms, FYI, but it's definitely working. So last time I made the video, I had a dream about like dragons descending, and I was really worried about AI taking over jobs and being used to like power missiles and drones in war capabilities. That's kind of what was happening around February, I think, when I made that video. Since then, February 28th, the US and Israel attacked Iran and began the escalation of the war with Iran. It's very possible at this moment that I'm speaking that what I am describing is actually the beginning of World War III, but it's still early in the game. So for now, it's just the US, Israel, Iran war. But what has happened since then is they closed the Strait of Hormuz. So 20%, I think, of the entire world supply of oil has been cut off. And that has occurred at the beginning of the springtime. So that has affected the ability to transport gas or oil to create fertilizer for the crops that are supposed to be grown this spring and summer. That's definitely going to cause a food shortage. That's going to affect billions of people. Back in beginning of February, gas prices at the gas station was $1.24 per liter, I think it was. Now it's at $1.84 right now, so, or $1.87, $1.90, almost $2. So it's definitely 50% up. So I'm definitely concerned about the availability of food in the coming years and the scarcity of it, which would lead to, I don't know, like, I'm not sure how bad it's going to be here in Canada. I know it's going to be devastating in other countries. Starvation will occur. That is a fact. People will die. That is a fact. In Canada and US, I don't know if it'll be just scarce and rationed, or if we will actually reach a point in North American history where we feel desperate, in this day and age. And I started this video with me outside because I wanted you to pay attention to the clouds in the sky. I mean, thinking about the food situation, it really has me watching the weather and watching how much sunlight we get, how much overcast days we're getting, and it feels like every day has overcast clouds passing through. Like it's just never one clear, bright day. So I'm wondering about, possible conspiracy theories of weather manipulation and all that. What else has happened? AI data centers are being built all over the US, and residents are complaining about being forced to deal with energy or electric rationing, their water supplies being polluted and poisoned. The noise from the machines is causing noise pollution. The people are claiming that the plant life around them is starting to die. So like there's definitely radio frequencies or different radiation pumping through the area of those places where they're being built. I got no paper here. So many stuff to talk about. Right now in the UK, there is protests going on because the British citizens are standing up and saying, stop this mass infiltration of illegal immigrants. And the Prime Minister and people are just being blatantly, obviously blind to it. They act like they have no eyes to see what's happening, that people are being attacked and stabbed in the streets, people being raped. There's Pakistani what are they called? Grooming gangs. Like, it's been happening for years, and every time the British people say something, they are gaslighted. They're called tyrants and racists and promoting violence and hurting the fabric of multiculturalism, and their society is being destroyed from within, and it's so obvious to everyone seeing it. So I'm not afraid to say it either. Like, Western society is being deliberately infiltrated. It has been for a few years now, and it's only getting worse. There was a hantavirus outbreak recently, within the last 2 or 3 weeks, on a ship, and they say they have it contained, but it has all of the similar build-up beginnings of coronavirus. There's been mention also that the 6G network has been used on that ship recently. And then I've seen things on Facebook saying that, isn't it curious that every 6 years something shows up? So there's like the SARS in the early 2000s, there's bird flu, there is coronavirus 6 years ago, hantavirus now, and it's always at the introduction of a new frequency that's being used. So with coronavirus, it was 5G. Before that, bird flu or something, I think the 4G had just come out recently. So it's kind of being implied that every time they bring out a new frequency for mass use, certain parts of the population fall heavily sick to the effects of it, and the symptoms are blamed on a virus or a epidemic of some sort. I want to say something else to that. I also have seen a video saying this guy was talking and he says, I can't tell you what's happening, what's coming. I know it's coming, but I can't tell you what's going to happen for fear of my life. But he says, all I can tell you is start detoxing your body of metal toxic buildup. And he says, all I can give you as an analogy is when you put a tin foil in the microwave and you turn it on, what happens to the tin foil? That's all I can say. So there is conspiracy theories about 6G being turned on and the amount of metal buildup in your body, plus the nanoparticles that were introduced into your body by the COVID shot. And that's been working through your system these last few years. Yeah, so that's about 6G. What else? The Epstein files are still unresolved, still going on. Microsoft, Bill Gates has sold all of his shares in Microsoft, completely sold everything. A few other CEOs have actually sold all of their shares in their company. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett is sitting on over 600 billion in cash. Like, all of the top players are getting out of the game. The changeover for the Federal Reserve chairman is happening, if it has happened already. So they're bringing a new guy. Bill Gates is also buying up farmland all across the US. Wonder what for. There had been reports of boxes of ticks being dropped all over the US wildlife, forests, and farmlands, boxes, and these ticks are carrying the alpha-gal syndrome on them. So, and apparently they're more aggressive, like they actually chase you now. So these ticks, when they bite you, you become permanently allergic, very allergic, highly allergic to red meat. So they are forcing the human body to become, to attack itself if you have meat. And people are saying that this is definitely bioengineered by the same people as Bill Gates and these WEF top people who are interested in green environments and protecting the planet. Donald Trump released a couple weeks ago, 162 files relating to UFO sightings and unexplained phenomena. And recently, few megachurch pastors were brought in and warned that they may need to be able to explain the possibility of extraterrestrial life to their congregations. So, what it looks like to me is that the conspiracy theories of Agenda 2030, where we live in 15-minute smart cities, our energy, water, food is rationed and controlled, pandemics and sicknesses that occur every few years to weaken our bodies, make us sick and compliant. I mean, it's really hard to know where to stand in this day and age as far as being a parent with children and seeing that AI is taking all the jobs. We are being forced off of the land, and it's almost like they're destroying the back route of becoming self-sustaining out in the wild. They are, oh, another thing too, with this Iran war, Trump has been doing all these things without congressional approval, and he had, I think there's something like a congressional thing where he has 60 days, and then there's a congressional hearing to take over if he's in the wrong. So he had created a ceasefire for a 2-week period, I think, and he claimed that that extended the time of that 60-day period. And then after that was over, they had a vote, and it tied like 213 to 213. Like, it exactly tied to prevent Congress from taking over, so he's allowed to continue what he's doing. Like, all of this is just like, it feels deliberate. It feels like the beginning of the 2030 agenda is being actively pursued without even trying to hide it anymore. And it's like they've already anticipated the escape routes that people would try and take, and they're already blocking them. So we have the ticks in the forest to bite you. You have job losses, so you have no money. Fertilizer and food shortages are on the horizon for next summer. So I don't even know what my situation will be next year, May 2027. I mean, look at me now. I look fine. I feel fine. Everything outwardly is tense, but it's fine. Next year can be a completely different world. Oil prices have doubled, basically, so we are running out of money really fast in order to pay for the cars, and all automobile businesses, transport businesses are suffering. There's possibility of sky manipulation with the weather, so if you even try to plant your own food, that's probably going to be thwarted. We're seeing the beginning of possibly another pandemic with hantavirus. They are turning up their frequencies that, affect our body. Like, these 6G, 5G frequencies pass through our bodies. They have some effect on us. We don't know what it is, but it's happening. And then there's aliens, UFOs, warnings. And I've seen videos basically saying that this is a false alien invasion scenario. Like, there is no such thing as actual aliens, and that this is high-level government trickery, that they're using technology they've hidden for years, and they're also using sort of like frequencies that they're broadcasting outwards to induce thoughts into our minds. Like, there's a lot of things out there, but whether some of this is true, all of it is true, none of it is true, something is happening, something big is happening, and this is the calm before the storm. I believe this actually is the calm before the storm. So all I'm going to do is keep a level head, keep my faith strong, get sleep, start eating right, start working out, exercising, spend time with my family, make memories, laugh more, smile more, relax, let things be. Learn to live and let live, be kind to others, and learn to be part of a community rather than a self-made man, because I don't think a self-made man is going to survive in the world to come. We're going to need to stand together and hold each other's back against the storm, and hopefully some of us survive it. We'll see. I'll continue recording as long as I can.